Hello, Joseph O'Hara here. I go to Full Sail University for game design. Today I will be showing you my Kucha assignment given by Design Tools 1's instructor Zachary Hiwiller. Today I want to talk about why personally I want to be a game designer. Most people would think that I'd like to play video games. Well, that's obviously true. Gears of War, one of my favorites. We're in it right now. Basically, it's a lot deeper than just playing video games. Way back when I first started playing video games, I should say, just to start off everything, I used to play Crash Bandicoot a lot with my dad, and he kind of found ways to keep the family together. He also bought a Nintendo. It was something that brought our family together, and all this stuff I thought pretty much just like created around me. I didn't know how. That was until my grandmother showed me this program right here, Stagecast Creator. Basically, just create images and give them rules. Give games or movies, short stuff that you could create with that structure. So after I toyed around with this program, it made me ponder, like, what exactly makes video games? And that was around 5th grade going into middle school, so 5th grade going to 6th grade. I had started playing with that program and just constantly made me think about how in the world were these made. So I started searching. Everywhere I looked, once I got my own computer, I started looking up art, programming. Programming always threw me off. I had no idea what anyone was talking about when programming was thrown at me. So like the only thing I could do personally was play games that I had. Devil May Cry was one of the first ones that I started quote unquote analyzing, because it was one of the first games that was shot out a difference at me. It had infinite ammo. I found that pretty bizarre because no other games did that. I started analyzing games, and soon after that, about in middle school, my sister's boyfriend at the time was going to college for video production, and he gave me this program right here, 3ds Max. It was 7 at the time, so I was able to get really lucky and toy around with 3D animation and rigging and everything. And then I went to Timken a few years later, junior year. It was a 2-year program. I got to toy around with C++, and it just made me look at the whole world differently. I was able to look at, say, how a faucet runs, and I could say, oh, well, if we coded this, we could say this button turns it on, and, it's pretty much just like the code. I could see how it fit together with the art that I was working with before, and that's why this picture right here, I've got the tree. The tree is like the ultimate metaphor for me. The tree is like a base. You work from a base, a basic idea, the structure, and then you branch out with programming, art, music, and that's along with this picture here. Is I love the collaboration with the team, and that's why I want to be a game designer. I want to be able to talk to people making music and sounds, people making the programming, the art, every little bit of it. After thinking about that whole rush of information, makes me think way back. Memories became a very important thing to me just a few months ago, actually. I've been through a lot of stuff. Actually, this scar right here is from a sinus infection a few years ago. This next slide right here, perception. Perception is really important, and from perception, experience is shown up. Experience, to me, means everything. Experience breeds your perception. It breeds what's important to you, what's important to others, and it shows how much you know, it shows how much you can teach, it shows so much. With enough experience, you can make something like Avatar. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Here, this is the first episode, The Boy in the Iceberg. They find Aang, and it changes their lives forever. Now, this whole this media type, the show, showed me a lot, and not just things for my career, like personally. Like Zuko here is like the ultimate, like my ultimate little simile, is because he goes through so many things from both sides of his family. He goes from, if you knew the show Avatar Roku and Avatar Roku and Fire Lord Sozin at the time, he learns like kind of both sides of his family's story. The four elements here I have shown because of the simile for Avatar. I'm kind of like, I've gone to art for video gaming, code for video gaming. I've toyed around with music and sounds before. So the four elements with Avatar is kind of like the simile for that in me. This right here, I have my last reasoning here to be a game designer would be the fact that games nowadays have a goal-driven core. Gears of War 3, which I'm honestly playing a lot right now, has the Onyx medals where you have to kill so many people or get so many waves of whatever. And basically, to be a game designer, I can make my own goals for people and kind of teach people how to make their own goals, because that creates progress. I hope that wasn't too big of a crash course for you. I want to thank you for watching my Pecha Kucha assignment. It was rough to play with PowerPoint enough to be able to actually get this to work, but I'm glad with the result. Thank you, Zachary Hiwiller, for giving me the extension, and I hope you enjoyed it.